Good morning. My name is Drew Holley, and with BIS Benefits, I am joined today by Jesse Couch. He's on our commercial insurance division. How you doing, Jesse?
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
Today's topic is going to be what Georgia businesses need to know about errors and omissions. What is that? Does every business do it? Does some? Does this have to do with baseball and ERAs? What does this mean?
Yes, lots of stats.
Okay.
All the stats. So
All right.
basically, E&O, errors and omissions, is the same thing as malpractice, right? You hear medical malpractice for a physician. That's a different animal. But it's just malpractice for a business owner. If they fail to do their professional services the way they should, then if they cause a financial loss, their customer, whoever's paying them for their services, and they screw it up, cause a financial loss to whoever they're working for, it just gives protection to that customer of theirs. So,
But it's not liability. It's something separate.
it's only for your professional services.
Okay, so a plumbing, an HVAC, a manufacturing, advertising agency, all those could, but they don't necessarily have to have errors and omissions.
Right.
Is that right?
Yeah, those are lower risk for
Okay.
professional exposures.
But probably, again, use the example of malpractice. If you're doing a knee surgery and you mess that up for whatever reason, your fault or not, you're prone for people being upset, so you have the malpractice.
Right.
A lot of people don't realize that even insurance agents, for us, we have to have protections. We have errors and omissions insurance in case we maybe made a mistake. We're humans and didn't cover something that needed to be covered. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. So give me one or two things that you need to be aware of. Maybe you're a small business and you're talking to an insurance broker, and that's a big challenge. Is no one wants to talk about insurance. They never have. But you've got an agent, and they must know what they're doing because they wrote the policy. But that's not always the case. So what are the dorky, wonky things that I want as a business owner, my insurance agent knowing is covered or not? What are some things that if you saw, wow, why don't you have this, or why do you have that in there, maybe an exclusion, and you're listening to this, they should run or try to find a new agent?
So not all E&O policies are created equal. You can have one that may be much less, but it doesn't actually cover the types of services that company is providing. So the biggest thing that the business owner needs to look at is making sure there's an application that we ask our clients to fill out. There's a different application for an accounting firm. There's a different E&O application for attorneys. So there's very much industry-specific E&O application, and those are not there to be a pain for the client to fill out, but it helps uncover certain things like, hey, are you doing these types of services that are if you're doing valuations for businesses as a CPA firm, or are you just doing tax work? Valuations, that could be a big deal, right? If it didn't hit its mark, and they could get sued for that. So the biggest thing that I would advise business owners to look at is just making sure that all of their professional services are listed on that application, and there's no exclusions on that policy that could preclude service for something that they're actually doing. So that does take, you do put your trust in the agent to do that, but it should be a two-way street. You should look at it as well, because you're spending thousands of dollars to buy that.
So you could be a business owner. I have errors and omissions, and I pay premium, but there could be an exclusion for literally one thing they do,
Yeah.
and they think they're covered or not.
Yeah.
So you tell me insurance carriers don't always cover claims?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Earmuff it for me if you're listening to this and you're a carrier. But no, it is important. Again, that's why that application needs to be filled out, because sometimes businesses change.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes they do different things, or they go in another direction. So it's not always on the carrier. Hey, when you started 20 years ago in your business, you only did this, and so we're covering you for this. And you might have said, well, that exclusion is fine. I don't do that. But if you don't update that contract annually, and you go in another business direction, or add another line, or start a new business division, if that is not updated, you could have insurance, file a claim, and it not be covered. And that's pretty much the worst experience for any consumer, any business, is been paying for something for years, and then you expect to be made whole, and you have a gap. So
That's right.
that's something you've really taught me. So, all right, well, thank you for today's topic on America's Most Boring Podcast, Errors and Omissions Insurance. If you need help or you need this policy reviewed, we would love to help you.
Thank you.